kind of dictator from the Middle East?
A dictator from the Middle East? Hey, relax, guy. I'm just your average Joe. Take a rest. Yeah. Okay.
Mr. President, sir, the Prime Minister of Canada is here to see you.
Mr. President, why are you placing these new tariffs on Canada?
What do you get when you mix Donald Trump, Satan, and memes? South Park just dropped an episode that hits us so good even Joe Rogan couldn't keep a straight face. But why did the White House scramble to brush it off? And why is Trump totally losing it over a cartoon? Stick around because this satire might be doing more damage than he realizes. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Nobody makes fun of me and gets away with it. Hey, Satan!
I don't want to right now. I can't even see anything, it's so small.
Hey, I'll fucking sue you!
God, fuck you!
Hi, come on, Satan. Don't be like that. What? Hey, relax. Come on, Satan. I've been working hard all day.
You haven't been working, you've been doing your stupid memes and just fucking around.
Come here again. Ah, come on, Satan. You know you can't resist this.
Imagine this. Donald Trump and Satan in bed together having a full-blown argument about memes and anatomy. Yes, South Park went there. The internet, of course, lost its collective mind. The image of Trump cozying up with the cartoon devil while yelling about fake news memes ignited a firestorm of reactions online. Some called it genius satire. Others wondered if the writers had finally lost it. But love it or hate it, no one could ignore it. Now, South Park has always been famous for crossing lines, then erasing those lines completely. Over the years, they've roasted everyone from celebrities to political leaders, but this time they took things to another level entirely.
Did you anticipate the reaction today? Have you been following it? What do you make of it?
We're terribly sorry.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And as you may have guessed, Trump, famously thin-skinned, did not take it well. This is the same guy who spent years complaining about Alec Baldwin's impressions of him on SNL. One mocking sketch, and you'd catch Trump spiraling into a Twitter tirade about failing comedians and one-sided entertainment. The scene itself was so bizarre, it was unforgettable. Trump shouting at Satan about their supposed relationship, while Satan smugly brought up memes criticizing Trump's anatomy, was peak absurdity. But the symbolism behind it hit hard. Trump surrounded by chaos of his own making, tangled in his desperate need for approval. Here's the thing. Public figures who refuse to laugh at themselves make perfect targets for satire. South Park's over-the-top humor becomes even sharper when the person they mock takes themselves too seriously. Remember when Trump went ballistic over SNL's sketches? It always backfired, making their jokes trend even more. But the real twist? Joe Rogan's reaction is what turned this into more than just another South Park episode. So why did Rogan, a guy who once invited Trump to his podcast, find this so hilarious? Let's talk about that. Joe Rogan laughing hysterically at South Park's Trump Satan sketch? Now that was unexpected. Rogan, a guy who once floated the idea of giving Trump a massive podcasting stage, couldn't get through the episode without cracking up. It's not like he hasn't criticized Trump before. He's made snarky remarks about Trump's ego and endless need for attention, but he's always done it with a tone that felt more observational than outright mocking. This time, though, he couldn't hide it. He was all in on the joke. For Rogan, who commands an audience bigger than cable news networks, this moment carried some weight. His reaction wasn't just him laughing at a cartoon. It felt like a shift. Here's a guy who's been a voice for pretty much all sides of the aisle, and also the fringe ones beyond the aisle. But even he wasn't buying Trump's act in this scenario. Watching Trump get roasted in such a bizarre way, then seeing Rogan let loose, gave South Park's satire an extra layer of cultural validation. Rogan isn't just a popular podcaster. He's a barometer for what millions of regular people find credible or laughable. Plus, this isn't the first time Rogan's laughter has acted like a guillotine for someone's public image. Over the years, he's roasted more than a few big names, but Trump's inability to handle jokes, that made Rogan laugh even harder, and that's where it stings. For Trump, who thrives on looking untouchable, seeing someone so influential genuinely lose it over a cartoon was a crack in his so-called dominance. Which brings us to the White House itself. Their response? Let's just say damage control turned into damage done. When the White House calls a cartoon uninspired, you know it struck a nerve. Press Secretary Taylor Rogers brushed off the South Park episode, claiming the show hasn't been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. The problem? That comment itself became a headline. And if there's one thing South Park thrives on, it's attention. By dismissing the episode as irrelevant, the White House only made it a bigger deal. Instead of putting the fire out, they just added fuel to it. The timing couldn't have been worse either. Just as the statement dropped, South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone had finalized a massive deal with Paramount, locking in 50 new episodes and full streaming rights. Not exactly the move of a desperate show. If anything, the White House's reaction made them look out of touch, like they were calling a giant an ant while standing in its shadow. This isn't the first time Trump's team has tried to wave off criticism with this tactic. Remember when he tweeted about SNL, calling it a total hit job with nothing funny, only to make those sketches go viral? Satire works because it cuts where it hurts, especially when someone like Trump thrives on performance and image. Ignoring it might have helped. Instead, their public denial validated the joke and underscored how fragile they seemed. And South Park didn't just stop at Trump, they even poked at Paramount itself, proving no target was off limits. Yet somehow, it was Trump's camp that ended up proving the point. Power hates being laughed at. Which raises the question, does this push Trump's image past damage control? Or has the joke already landed too hard for him to recover? Satire isn't just about getting a laugh, it's about showing cracks in the walls of power. South Park didn't just roast Donald Trump, they revealed how humor can strip someone of control over their image. A man who built his brand on dominance got reduced to a punchline by a cartoon. The fact that Joe Rogan, someone who once entertained Trump's platforming, couldn't help but laugh makes it even clearer. Satire speaks where seriousness can't. What do you think? Can shows like South Park actually influence public opinion, or is it all just entertainment? Either way, they definitely rattled some cages this time.